and Faltu Rani, where entertainment just got hotter.
Radio D Hotties, the best and hottest Indian radio network in the entire world.
Mahima Creations.
Proudly present Premium Evening Drive Time Show. Bam,
Yes, you heard it right.
bam, every
Monday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday. Let's speed the traffic. नमस्कार
नमस्ते
नमस्कार
वणक्कम
खुशामदीद
अस्सलामुअलैकुम
सत श्री अकाल
మీకు అందరికీ వందనం
जय स्वामीनारायण
जय श्री कृष्ण
जय जिनेंद्र
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोलते हैं याली मदद
मलाली बदक बोलते हैं सारे फीचे बदक बोले के नीसाम बुलाओ
एंड हम आ गए हैं बंधुजान
आपके
आपके
प्यारे
प्यारे महिमा की दुलारे
myself Althu Baba
and of course myself Faltu Rani लेकर आपके लिए को drive time show that's going to make it totally exciting and totally मस्तानी बंधुजाने
तो द बजर ऑफ कोर्स आज अगर आप सोच रहे हैं ये थीम क्या है व्हाट्स द बिग डील या करेक्ट the big deal ask you but what's the big deal yes Bajaj we according to हमारे यहाँ पे each of us have our own I should say our own choices of deals big deals priorities big priorities in the world right हाँ हमारे लिए कभी कभार family is a big deal I understand sometimes your spouse is a big deal great understandable sometimes some people work is a big deal great understandable what I don't understand is when our Indian cinema people come up and say oh that's a big deal oh wow oh my god it's a big deal movie oh what a big deal of an actor what a big deal that's what we're going to question today Brajan what's the big deal in the whole thing
correct
right and most of it actually turns out to be a hype today you can say we are going to question the hype so the most hyped up folks no. We are going to be questioning the hypes of our Indian cinema so you can also chime in today and say I don't know what is the big deal about that particular let's say it's an overly hyped up movie for instance I'll give you an example for
very big
Thugs
example.
of Hindustan
oh what a
my god what a hyped up movie
yeah
well it was a letdown but the question was what was the hype all about right
yeah
why
exactly.
it was such a letdown yes I know it was letdown because we went there and saw it but what's the big deal something like storytelling of this Amitabh Bachchan what's so big deal Amitabh Bachchan I know even now for the Amitabh Bachchan to me I'm not going to go oh wow I'm not going to be starstruck
why
I don't know I think I got bored of his thing what was that and
actually,
all the
Amitabh
dualities
Bachchan
which we
is-
see
yeah exactly that's
yeah,
true.
the dualities. No, it already comes out. It's very difficult to maintain that particular, I think it's gone. I don't know. Are still people in that hero worship, heroine worship kind of a thing?
Well, I there used to be a time when I was younger, right, Alta Baba, when I used to be a kid. We used to, my parents used to really look forward to like these new releases, right? Like the big releases, the much awaited films that are coming out kind of thing. You had Amitabh Bachchan movies, which were like a huge.
Well, I
deal.
don't think our parents look forward to it. We used to look forward to it.
Well, they also. My dad used to be like a.
I don't think so. It was only
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you, I suppose. He would be
I
doing
don't know.
that.
We used
He'd
to
be
go-
doing it only
We
especially
used to
for
go
you.
first day first show.
Yeah, because he
remember?
knew that his daughter was like, total movie buff for that time itself.
Well,
Karan Johar in the making.
there was no Karan Johar in the making. Who's Karan Johar in the making? Me? What? You're comparing me to Karan Johar just because I'm big.
What? Karan Johar's bigger.
Yeah, he was, right? He was supposed to be very big at one point.
So you say he's not big anymore.
Well, either way, Saltaba.
What are you talking about?
You can talk whatever you want.
I think I would definitely question what's the big deal about Karan Johar. I really would. Why do you say he's big and all? He was big and all. What do you mean by that?
I mean, when he was physically big.
Why would you think about physicality right now, Faltwani?
You're the one who's saying
Why
that.
do you make a big deal about physical? That's why I think movies like XL, what is XL? What is that? Double XL come up.
Huh?
Yeah.
What double
Because you make a big deal about it. No,
God.
don't go. Oh God, because of people
Double
like you.
XL. What a movie! Seriously.
You saw the movie?
No.
Then.
I've read reviews about it.
Well, the point is, what I'm trying to say, don't look at the physical part of it. Okay, what's the big deal of being big
Okay,
also?
let me ask, what's the big deal about being big?
Exactly. Thank you. I
Exactly.
repeated what I said.
What?
I exactly asked the question, what's the big deal
So
of being
even
big?
I'm asking the same question. I'm like, what's a big deal about somebody being big? Like, उन्होंने इतना weight loss किया है, उन्होंने ऐसा transformation किया है, उन्होंने ये कर दिया है, उन्होंने वो कर दिया. What is the big freaking deal about somebody's weight. Seriously, when it comes to watching a movie, does it really matter if a person is big or small? If एक किरदार निभा रहे हो, like, you know, for instance, what was that movie? Fanne Khan, right?
Fanne Khan, wow.
That lady, she supposedly is, what do you call big, right?
Who's Fanne Khan lady?
In the movie Fanne Khan, that girl.
You don't even remember her name. Isn't that the sad part about you, Faltwani? And about the way you actually are totally taken over by
What?
Yeah, do you know Fanne Khan heroine's name?
Of course I do.
No,
Do
you Google it now. Yeah, I know the heroine's name. You're Googling it right now.
No, I know her name. It was a Bengali-ish name.
What?
Yeah.
P2 Sand is not a Bengali. Sand is a Bihari.
I know, but...
How? Yeah, you were Googling. Look at the Googling.
Pihu. Her name is not P2.
Pihu. That's why I said Pihu. Pihu Sand.
Right.
So the point is, Faltwani, see how it is. It's a big deal. If you don't have the looks, people forget about them.
What do you mean by looks? So you think that somebody doesn't look?
Oh, sorry.
nice just
Let me
because
rephrase that, Faltwani. Let me rephrase that. If you don't have the specifications, people don't remember you.
Like the size 0 or the size 2. If you don't have that...
Specifications, yeah.
People will not remember you. No, everybody remembers the Fanny Khan heroine, right?
I don't know.
But they don't remember her name because they didn't bother to find out because she's not as glamorous.
And because people like Karan Johar blocked her name as being in the publicity.
Karan Johar had nothing to do with Fanny Khan.
I said like people, like Karan Johar.
Oh God.
The people who actually, try to make things a big deal. The hype masters of the Indian cinema.
Correct.
The PR spin masters.
But that's the whole thing. What's the big deal about weight? Why do people make such a big deal about it?
I don't know. Are you talking about weight today? No, I'm not talking about weight, Faltwani. I'm talking about... What, Faltwani? I'm talking about just the regular big deal. What is a big deal about things? Why do you... I don't focus on weight today. No.
Yeah.
I'm just focusing on things like, what's the big deal about Aishwarya Rai in the first place?
Hey, she was a big deal, no man. She won Miss World and all. So
obviously
Priyanka
Chopra also won Miss World.
So, Sushmita Sen won Miss Universe.
So?
But then people make a big deal about Aishwarya Rai is what you're asking, is it?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my question. But we have some bandhus calling us right now. Let's go say hello to them first. Namaskar, aapka haath from the Pam Pam ke. What's the big deal Wednesday? Who's this? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Pam Pam Baba, Pam Pam Falsu Rani.
Pam Pam Babaji, कैसे हैं आप? स्टूडियो के वॉइसेस आ रहे हैं आलतू बाबा इस
नहीं वो फिक्स हो गया
अच्छा ओके
बिफोर शी कुड से एनीथिंग आल्सो आई फिक्स इट आई रीड योर माइंड दीपा जी
हाँ दीपा जी बोलिए क्या हाल है
हाँ जी बस ऑल गुड सब बढ़िया
अच्छा वो ये पूछने के लिए फोन किया आपने हाँ सब बढ़िया जी थैंक यू सो मच
हाँ सो आपसे सवाल किया जाए आपसे सवाल किया जाए व्हाट इज द बिग डील अबाउट आमिर खान
That's a hard question. Well, Amir Khan, so here's the thing. I like certain actors and actresses, but I don't like worship them or, die to see them or, if they were in front of me, I wouldn't like be drooling or anything like that.
Okay, but fine. I can name a few places where you said you actually went drooling, so they actually had to take you there and mop up the place.
Huh?
Ayushmann Khurrana dinner. We forgot?
Yeah.
The big story she gave us.
Yeah.
Ayushmann Khurrana dinner. The way you actually totally.
No. Altu Baba, even when I was sitting next to him, I was not drooling at all.
No. The other stories were different, but you didn't know that. That's all. Some people gave me some other story about what happened when you went to.
I knew how I felt.
Huh?
How do you know how I felt?
Not how you felt. People saw. I just know people's account of what they saw when you went to meet him.
My husband was also there. मैं भी सुनो कौन से people थे ये.
Hey Baba, now don't go give him a hard time. I didn't say he gave you the answer. Okay, he didn't. Okay, see, first of all, I'm not a person who like to I would not talk about the messenger. But definitely the news we got was there. But you tell us now, what is the big deal about Ayushmann Khurrana? Tell me that. What's the big deal about it?
I think the beauty of that man is that he is very down to earth and humble. And his genuineness is always reflected in his movies.
Oh really?
He also seems to be very selective about what type of movies he does.
So that's the big deal.
Always a good message.
So the big deal is the fact that he has chosen the right movies and become famous. The big deal about him.
The big deal is that, had I not met him in person, I probably wouldn't have known. But he's a really, really, I don't know how he is now, but when I met him, he was a very sweet guy.
So you're saying that there's no other sweet guy in the world, and only big deal about him is that he's the only sweet guy in the world.
No, I like his movies. I like his performances. He is a genuine performer. That's what I like about him.
So you're saying that the big deal about him is the fact that he is a famous guy. He's done good movies.
About him.
No, I'm asking you. Dekho, you
करेंगे
can.
तो हम famous लोगों की बातें करेंगे ना.
हाँ.
तो, हाँ.
So what makes him a big deal? Yeah, for you to say, okay, I'll pay $10,000 to go dine with him and all. What is the thing? What's the big deal about that?
Well, it was easy access, to somebody who I admire on screen. So if I was able to, go and, sit next to him and talk to him and try to sing with him, then it's okay. It was a nice evening.
No, good. No, I'm. See, again, we are not judging. Okay, we're just asking you. You must tell us what is the big deals, because the thing is, it's difficult for us to differentiate between what is hype and what is reality, right? Many times it's a hype only. Many people go there because of the big deal about this person. Have you thought of it? What's the big deal about them? Aren't they human beings?
Yeah.
Yeah, and and what you started off by saying is, the big deal about him is he's a very nice person. But do you think I'm not a nice person?
No, of course, Altu Baba. Look, for
took
me,
time.
yeah.
It took time for response. You were like, what?
Oh, what?
It took time for response about me. Oh my goodness. Well, okay.
No, but for me, guys, look, for me, even coming to you guys on, Saturday evening, for me, you guys are also celebrities, you and Faltu Rani.
So,
For me, you're a big deal.
So
you're a bigger deal because, you're my friends also then.
Lekin, don't you think, but don't you think that is, just because somebody is famous, they become a big deal? Is that what it is? Is that what big deal is all about?
No.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people who are also not, famous, but for me, they're a big deal.
Okay, so let me ask you one thing. Have you ever thought of it, like, in Indian cinema, there are a lot of hypes.
Yeah.
Starting from movies to the point of relationships, to the point of there are all these propaganda things just to sell these tabloid magazines and all, right? Have you ever felt, "Arey, ye kya hai yaar? This mein kaun si badi baat hai?" Like, have you ever felt that way in any of those stories or any of those movies which you have come across?
You mean in the actual movie performance or about these people?
No, I'm talking about movies, general movies ke bare mein. General movies ke bare mein. Have you felt like this movie is overly hyped, yaar?
Yeah.
Huh.
That hype is always there, especially, it's a very subjective thing because, if so, like, for instance, I like Amir Khan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I know an Amir Khan movie is coming, irrespective of what the review is, I will still go and watch it because, I enjoy his performances,
See, the best form of a hype in terms of PR, right? Probably you also would know this, Vivaji. The best PR is when you don't know it's actually a PR effort.
Mm-hmm.
Moment you realize the PR effort is not at all a good PR effort.
Oh.
So has it ever happened to you like, this is just hype? Ever happened that way to you? Because
not
I really feel
to an actual movie, but for me when they
it has no, Vibha. Think about it. It has. Let's talk about this, okay? आपका इतना hype था, like with regard to Brahmastra, you really wanted to go see the movie, yes? Right?
कौन सी movie
Brahmastra movie, आपको there was so much hype about it. Right? So, but then it was absolutely did not live up. I mean, let alone live up. It was such a letdown. It was like total, like, what a wet blanket bhi nahi bol sakte. It was a downpour on all expectations. That bad the movie was, right? So, I think it was... I mean, so that's the kind of hype, I think. That's what you're talking about.
Correct. Yeah, that's what you feel like. What's the big deal about that, right?
I think for me, as far as Brahmastra goes, hold on.
Hi, Jenu.
Hi, Jana.
Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned,
What?
Brahmastra for me,
Uh-huh.
no, so for me, guys, Brahmastra, I wanted to see the chemistry between these two people, or lack of. So there wasn't any chemistry between.
So the hype was the fact that
so-
they got married and that they became an item,
Ah.
Yes.
right? So
That was, and again, that was a PR effort, right? So, for me, a part of it was, I wanted to see what they were like together as an
Ah.
item or as a couple, not as an item, as a couple.
So more like it was more of the appeasing to the voyeuristic pleasure of all the people, audience, to see what it's like to see them while they're courting. How will it be? How will Alia Bhatt
I mean,
court
it was so
Ranbir Kapoor? Huh?
Surprised they even got married.
No, I was not surprised because I knew it because she got pregnant before she got married and she totally blackmailed him to getting married. And now baby is born in 7 months. And they're
Yeah.
trying to say it's all because of the preemie baby.
Well,
What is all this? Seriously?
yeah, but what's the
Why? Why should you bother about it?
Wait. Are they actually saying the baby is a preemie?
Well,
Yeah.
they're trying to spin that story now.
Yeah,
So.
but what's the big deal? It's fine. So what? Who
And
wants to
in
know?
this day and age, what's the big deal in admitting? I mean,
Yeah.
oh, what's the big deal in just saying, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that day he didn't have no
And
pharmacy
what's the
open.
big deal in saying, and what's the big deal in saying that, we were pregnant before we got married?
Exactly. Thank you. So what? Pharmacies cannot be open 24/7, right? Sometimes they'll be closed.
Yeah.
Probably that time,
2022, people need to wake up and smell the coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So,
Yeah.
by the way, Deepaji is putting a very strong comment over there on the Facebook. I don't know why she's saying that, but she says, "What's the big deal about it?" But I will not talk about it until she calls over here. Deepaji, you must call us over here and tell us. Actually, question that thing for sure. So, I think Vibha has not actually thought of any big deal. She always has gone to the hype always.
She's bought into the
She
hype.
bought into the hype always, right?
Oh.
Like she loves all fair-skinned guys,
आपको
fair-skinned
आपको
girls.
कभी नहीं- no, she does have that. She feels that way about who. I'll tell
Kiara
you.
Advani.
She loves Kiara Advani.
Oh.
So, but then she feels what's the big deal about which is the
Dark-skinned
actress that
people.
she doesn't like?
Ajay Devgan.
Yeah. Who's the actor you don't like?
Ajay Devgan, all dark-skinned fellows.
Say what's the big deal about
No,
that person?
I like Ajay Devgan. He is a fellow Aries and I like him.
Oh, so he's because fellow Aries, you like him, otherwise no.
Oh, he's
Oh.
not like an Aries.
He's not like an Aries
He's
at all.
not like an Aries at all, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. He's-
Actually, you're right. He's not a typical Aries.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with you. on
That's
that.
why you probably like him.
As a performer, I do like him.
Very good. Okay.
fine.
Okay, but have you ever felt, अरे what's a big deal about all of this? या क्या इतना बड़ा चढ़ा के ऐसे बात करते हैं? या इसको क्यों इस movie इस
Yeah.
singer को? Like for instance, for
Shahid
me,
Kapoor. Yeah, exactly.
I still do not get what's the big deal about Arijit Singh. Seriously.
Oh, I don't. That is one thing.
That's one thing I still don't get it. What is
What's
the
the big deal?
what is really
I've met people who sing 10 times better than over here in Agit culture.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll swear by him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, Arijit yaar, Arijit.
Yeah, but I've met people who sing 10 times better than him.
Arijit Singh, yeah. I mean, he does. I mean, I'm gonna give this. He's been really lucky, and he's had some really, he's been given some really good songs. So
No. He's not being given good. He's not being given good songs. He's been given good PR.
Yeah.
The songs have played, brainwashed you and Faltu Nahi totally.
No. See,
Yeah.
What? No way.
Of course.
Not.
नहीं यार क्या बात कर रहे हो guys? I mean, look, वो जो गाना था केसरिया, it's a nice.
No.
He didn't sing it well.
It's
No,
okay.
no.
Hey, it's okay. Vibha,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I told you, we're not judging. It's fine. We just tell you that, that also can be a hype. What's so great about Kesariya song? I don't understand still.
That's exactly. Thank you. ओ देवा देवा ओ देवा केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया देवा देवा ओ देवा देवा
केसरिया तेरा
इसके पिया
देवा छोड़ गया.
हाँ देवा है ना इसमें
है ना उस मूवी में सब कुछ everything sounds the same.
So the Ayan Mukherjee spending 7 years.
Yeah.
Seriously, what's the big deal? 7 years he couldn't make a movie.
Seriously, dude. Seriously, Ayan Mukherjee. I really wish
7
this
years
comes to you.
wasted. See, not okay. Let me not say wasted because he made money.
Yeah, I agree. He wasted 7 years of his life on making.
No. He didn't waste. He made money. I'm sorry. Hello, excuse me. He made money. Production, the other people, we waste some money going spending watching the movie actually.
Yeah, whoever went.
I
yeah.
feel that way because he recovered the money, right? Second one also was given to him anyways. So what did he do? Blood, sweat, and you should see one of Karan.
Oh.
First of all, the whole most hyped up person in the industry is Karan Johar. I'm sorry,
Yes,
Karan. I'm
exactly.
calling you out right now. I think you're totally hyped out. Nothing big deal about you. I'm sorry. Probably your big glasses are something big deal about you, and the flashy clothes right now. You're copying Ranveer Singh.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
what you're doing right now. Yeah.
overcompensating.
Overcompensating. So, anyways, but the point is, he says, "Oh, that boy, 7 years, I saw him toil, blood, sweat, and whatever." Seriously, what 7 years?
That's you know why? Because Ayan Mukherjee is again a
Guys,
nepotism
he's
product.
probably spoiled, guys.
Because
there you go.
he is.
Probably spoiled.
Huh?
Sorry.
मैं कह रही हूँ कि उस बंदे ने मेहनत जरूर की है पर उसकी मेहनत रंग नहीं लाई.
अरे मेहनत यार seriously.
यार सीरियसली कैसे मेहनत करोगे ऐसे घटिया पिक्चर बना के? Honestly think about it. इतना घटिया था. It was so bad.
हाँ नहीं.
The script had so many holes in it.
बहुत घटिया थी.
And a screenplay, my goodness.
And by the way, he does not sit into the VFX.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be director of the movie.
He's-
He has a team who does it.
Correct.
If anybody's put extra work, that will be the team put extra work at the last minute of the thing. What for him sitting and just whatever he's doing, partying, all those things. The 7 years they paid for it. It's all simple.
Huh, exactly.
And it's all the investors' money, other people's money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right, right.
Why?
Yeah, but I mean, but उसने भी तो कुछ किया होगा ना, मतलब उसकी picture तो उसकी है ना.
हाँ,
नहीं,
किया
उससे-
ना.
उससे
Just
क्या
because he didn't do well, we can't say the man didn't work hard.
I didn't say man didn't work. I said that hard work. What's the big deal about it?
Yeah.
What's the big deal about him working hard is the question.
That
Everybody
way,
works hard.
That way even
I
Dada
think the
Conke
issue
did
is,
work
guys,
very
I
hard.
think
Uh-huh.
it's the time. 7 years is a long time, right?
7, yeah. So, okay, let's see. I'm going to start right now. I'm going to work on a new project, Faltwani. After 10 years, it'll release.
Yeah, so,
So, I'm going to go shoot the breeze right now for some time.
yeah.
Yeah, and come back and last 10 days of the thing, I'll
Yeah,
call it
so
as well.
Antu Baba, if you do that and you take 10 years to do something, all of us will say, oh, wow, Antu Baba, look.
Now you came to the point. No, you will not say that.
Yeah.
You will not say that to Altu Baba.
Why
But-
do you won't say that to us?
No, you will not say that to Altu Baba. Think about it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. What's a big deal about somebody procrastinating?
Altu Baba is not a big deal.
No, Altu Baba is a big deal. Second, that's a different issue. That's a different. I always think I'm a big deal. I'm talking about the delay which is there, right? See, the thing is, why would you say 7 years is equal to efforts put in?
Huh.
That's what's a big deal. 7 years. Yeah, come on. People put in the beautiful movie which Ranbir Kapoor only did with what's his name?
Anurag
Basu. 4 years.
Yeah.
What a heartache they gave Anurag Basu. They literally, ostracized him from the industry.
Correct.
Because he doesn't have the backing of Ayan Mukherjee.
Yes,
That's all.
exactly.
Because he's not from a
exactly.
big
And
filmy
he
family.
came up with a superlative product,
Yeah.
which was Jagga Jasoos.
Excellent
which was
product.
a very, it's sort of like a path-breaking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Great music in the movie, and the way the movie was made, it's a huge deal for a musical, and it was a very nicely told story
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
And to ostracize Anurag Basu over that 4 years of
Delay, which is not his
delay,
fault.
which was not even his fault. It was because Ranbir Kapoor and
Right.
Katrina Kaif were fighting, and they didn't give him dates.
Oh.
And they broke up. They had broken up, and they were giving him a really hard time to shoot.
Yeah.
So how is it Anurag Basu's fault?
Yeah.
Right? So if you're talking about, it took 7 years to make Brahmastra, then oh my God, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Thank
and
you.
क्या कितना
I
ये भी नहीं है कि
I-
it was
I
like a movie like, for example, Ponniyin Selvan. I will tell you what the big deal about that movie is.
Please
It's
tell
a
us.
beautiful movie.
Yeah.
They have taken such great care in terms of costumes,
Yeah.
in terms of casting, in terms of screenplay. There is not one moment in the movie that you don't feel like
You're transferred to that world.
You're transferred into that world. You're sitting literally at the edge of your seat, wondering what's coming next.
Which movie?
It's a Tamil movie called Ponniyin Selvan. Okay, and it's very hard
Oh, okay.
to take an epic, a classic that was written, and then transfer it into a film. It's very, very hard to do that. But Mani Ratnam, he scores as a storyteller. Forget about Rajamouli. Again, for me, I don't know what the big deal about Rajamouli is.
I agree with you on this.
But everybody pales in comparison to the way Mani Ratnam has done Ponniyin Selvan. And, there is, even the way, I'll tell you another big deal about that movie is the fact that no actor gets undue prominence just because of their star status.
That's true. That movie.
In that
Ponniyin Selvan
movie,
especially. Yeah.
no actor gets undue prominence or undue, close-up shots and undue this
No
thing.
one were given special lighting just to hide their pregnancy.
Yeah.
No one given special, dialogues. Shiva, just to be involved in the picture.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Oh yeah, that was done.
Yeah.
The lighting.
That's the thing we do. That was what was done.
Right.
And to put it in his own words, Karan Johar saying, "Oh, Alia Bhatt grew 21 years to 28 years now." Yeah, she will go 28 years.
Yeah. Time pass ho raha hai.
That
Hello.
means literally you have been more.
Guys, so I think this is what it is. I think the reason why we talk about time, or maybe me. The reason why I'm saying that like 7 years is a long time is probably because, time stands still for nobody, and, this man is never going to get those 7 years back. So, it's kind of sad that after, all this time, he made this. So I kind of feel bad for him actually.
But
I think that's where I'm coming from.
we're not disputing that he took 7 years to make the movie. We're not disputing that he even tried making a movie.
Yeah, but why?
But what we're saying is, what's the big deal about that?
Yeah.
So many people go through that.
Exactly.
It took to make Mughal Azam. It took that
10 years.
How many years it took?
10 years.
10 years.
That guy almost went to
10
bankruptcy.
years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
Pakiza.
And wait a
Pakiza.
minute, so the stars did age. The stars aged over those 10 years, right?
And you come up with a substandard product. ऐसे लगता है कि क्या है big deal.
Yeah.
It's really not something that you wanna. It's not something that you go, wow, 7 साल लगा के क्या चांद लगा दिए film industry पे. Total ऐसे tie फिस कर दिया सभी चीजों का.
Exactly.
So that's what we're talking about. We're not saying that even if he had produced just a okay, like, chalta hai type product also would have been okay. But the unnecessary hype that was created around it, oh wow, the movie is this.
I agree with what Deepa is saying.
What is Deepa
Deepa is saying? No. By talking, Vipa, you know what Deepa is saying? Deepa is saying by talking Brahmastra, we're giving too much hype for it.
Correct.
Probably that's why people want to go watch the movie now with you.
Oh Lord, you know what? There's a new thing that has come up.
Because we've been talking about so much, no?
No, let me tell
Hey.
people.
Yeah.
It's on one of those OTTs, right? It's come out, and now they're trying to push a thing saying, what do you call? They're trying to say, oh, we watched it on OTT and we regret doing the boycott Brahmastra Jeeves, and we'll go back and watch it in the movie theatre. Yeah. It's so stupid. They try to trend that. Can you believe
so
it?
much nonsense going on, huh?
They try to revoke
See,
boycott.
it's all.
Jeeves.
What's the big deal about that? Seriously.
Yeah.
But because we started talking about it, everybody went and saw the thing also. That's a different issue. But anyway, good. Vibaji, thank you so much for calling in today. And yes, what's the big deal, Pay? We're actually talking about. If anything else comes to your mind, do give us a call back, okay?
I will even Jane, I think, stop it. She's also done with the Brahmastra hype.
No, sure, she's not telling you that.
Stop it.
I know, good. She has the priorities right. That's true.
Yes.
We gotta stop talking about Brahmas right now, okay?
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Vibaji, for calling us. Okay, सुनते रहिएगा.
Have a good one. Take care.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
And of course, बच्चों, to give us a call here 408912247. लगता है हम पूरा कंटेंट एक ही शो में डाल दिया. नहीं, हमने ऐसा नहीं किया. हमारे पास बहुत सारी बातें हैं बात करने के लिए. About what's the big deal? So many things. देखो फिल्मों की बात की तो of course this is one of the movies we just talked about. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Leave it out.
Yeah.
I talked about this movie called the hype people create for movies.
Huh.
What's the big deal of that thing? Seriously.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a marketing gimmick, right?
Huh.
Even for the matter अभी even though November 2nd हो इतने सारे ये हुआ हम लोग एक हफ्ते उसके बारे में बात किया पठान के बारे में What's the big deal about Pathan? Pathan is going to be about a spy movie.
ऐसे नहीं बोलने का. I think there's what's the big deal about Pathan?
मतलब it's not a unique story.
I'll tell you what the big deal is about Pathan is. Okay, it's after a very long time, after a long gap of 3 years, or 4 years, Shah Rukh Khan's movie is coming out.
Uh-huh.
So that is a big deal.
Why, seriously?
That is a big deal. For me, it is a big deal.
Wow,
Sorry.
okay, for you.
He's not as prolific an actor as the others in the industry. And
he did the same thing what Amir Khan was doing, right?
what?
Amir Khan was
No,
giving like
Amir
every
Khan
2
got
years one movie.
once in every 2 years. But,
But this Lal Singh Chadda came after 3 years or 4 years.
Kya?
Lockdown pushed it out, remember?
Really?
Yeah, and of course the previous production of Shah Rukh Khan was between gap of 3 years. Rab De Band Jodi ke baad mein ye 3 years ke baad mein Dilwale was a failure. Zero failed again in the market. But good movie though. I like
Good
the movie.
movie.
Zero.
I like Zero,
But the
yeah.
thing is, yeah, he's experimenting the movies. But again, what's the big deal? I don't feel.
He did Fan.
Yeah, fan. Okay, still I like the movie. It was nicely made by. He acted well in that.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. This Pathan movie, what's the big deal in that? I've seen so many movies that way.
Okay.
Yeah, कोई बड़ा चीज नहीं है. Nothing interesting about the whole thing.
Right. So,
Sorry, Faltani, I'm not able to get. I'm not getting that particular that pull or push towards that.
whatever, man.
Yeah, what's the
You're like jaded right now because it's
Whatever,
like,
man.
Wow, there's somebody who'll be very, very excited right now. There's a big deal that's happening right now about another release that's going to
What?
happen in December.
What's that?
Kisi ka bhai, kisi ka jaan.
And that, of course, Deepa also not excited about it.
She's very excited about
No, she's not. She's not calling our show. What do you think?
Oh!
She's not. If she was excited about it, then she definitely will call up. And the only thing she's not excited about is when she calls up, I will ask the question, what's the big deal? She would have answered. So, big deal actually happens to be somebody who is just. So, if it's somebody famous, it becomes big deal. So, somebody has got fame, becomes big deal. That's
So-
why everybody wants to run after fame.
Well, I
Money
don't
and
know.
fame.
Sometimes, there are some people, like when you see, okay, talent hai, chalta hai, you feel that, okay, this person, or if this person is like drop dead gorgeous, right? Like, for instance, when Hrithik Roshan, broke into Indian cinema, yes, he was a Greek god-like looking actor who all of a sudden took the whole silver screen by storm because
Hey, please,
you
what is
all
it?
of a sudden had a tall actor, good-looking actor, and who could dance, who could sing, and who is everything, right?
Sorry, nothing great about his dancing skills now. What's
Whatever.
the big deal? Seriously.
The big deal is the fact that he is so good-looking.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously, yes.
So
Hello,
you're
Bam
saying
Bam.
that
Ask
people-
women.
Oh, yeah. I'll only ask women. No, nobody else will ask.
Yeah.
Hello, Pam Pam. Who's this?
Pam 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 pam. Pam 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 pam. Pam 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 pam.
Ah,
Bam, 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 bam. आ गए ना दीपा?
हाँ, दीपा जी कैसे हैं आप?
हाँ, कल शाम को 6 बजे से ये गाना सुन रही हूँ मैं।
अच्छा? 6 बजे सुन रहा आप? कल शाम 6 बजे?
तुम लोग समझते नहीं हो यार।
समझते नहीं? अरे समझदारों को समझना पड़ता है।
दीपा ये आपको वीडियो कॉल में बोलना था। It would be so nice that villain types it. समझते नहीं हो यार।
That's a villain's comedian type.
That comedian villain type, right? The comic villain.
Comic villain. Okay.
Yeah.
But she won't call us on for video call nowadays.
Yeah.
बहुत बढ़ा दिया ना इसलिए.
अच्छा.
The inflation is gone up.
ये देखो।
I totally get it.
अभी मैं बोलूँगी, ये देखो।
हाँ.
कॉल करना बिग डील है, राइट? वीडियो
देखा?
करो, ऑडियो करो।
वीडियो कॉल बिग डील है हमारे लिए ताकि हम आपके नूरानी चेहरा देख सकते हैं हम लोग. हाँ.
अरे नहीं, मैं खुद आऊंगी मिलने के लिए तो प्रत्यक्ष, परोक्ष नहीं प्रत्यक्ष।
देखो ऐसे हार्ट अटैक मत दो हमें. कब आ रहे हो?
हाँ।
उस दिन मेरा पेट में दर्द है.
बहुत हिसाब किताब बाकी है।
नहीं उसमें उस दिन मेरा पेट दर्द. कब आ रहे हो?
दीपा तुम आलतू बाबा के बर्थडे पे नहीं आए, दिखा दिया तुमने, जता लिया तुमने, बहुत दोस्ती यार।
दुश्मनी जता ली
नहीं,
तुमने. निभा लिया आपने दुश्मनी.
वही मैं बोलूंगी, मैं आने के बाद मैं सब समझाऊंगी, सब जब मिलूंगी तब समझाऊंगी।
नहीं हमें मालूम है क्या हुआ, लेकिन डोंट वरी अबाउट. लेकिन आपने हमें नहीं बताया वो अलग बात है. बट वी स्टिल टोटली अंडरस्टैंड. डोंट वरी.
हाँ।
ठीक है, अभी अंडरस्टैंड हो.
अच्छा।
लेकिन बिग डील की बात करें तो आप बताइए ना.
आज सबका बैंड बजा निकाल के
नहीं
बैठे हो
ऐसा
आज
नहीं
बाबा।
रे, ऐसा नहीं
नहीं,
रे.
कुछ लोगों के बारे में बहुत बिग डील होता है रे. लाइक फॉर इंस्टेंस, राइट, You also, I think, probably like her. I don't know. You thought, oh, she's very, very. For example, I don't want to go back to her. Okay, I don't want to talk about her. Let's.
अरे नहीं वो उसका बजा दिया ना, अभी दूसरी बात करेंगे, बहुत लोग हैं.
इसका हमने नहीं बजाया.
हमने नहीं बजाया, उसका नहीं बजाया, उसका बिल्कुल नहीं बजाया. बाप रे. एक और फिल्म था उसी का जो एब्सोल्यूट मिसफिट थी वो कैरेक्टर में. बट इतना ओ वाओ, शी वाज लाइक दिस, शी वाज लाइक दैट. क्या है सीरियसली?
दिन धा हो गया.
हाँ, दिन धा ही हो गया वहाँ पे. सीरियसली. सो it was so bad. She looked like you know, like
बिग डील कर रहा है तो दिन दा क्या करो.
हाँ.
सही में he is the person, like you know.
No, he is a big deal, dude.
वो एज मैं ये बोलना चाहती हूँ कि we can celebrate many of those era people, ठीक है. लेकिन कुछ ही चंद गिने चुने लोगों को ही बढ़ा चढ़ा के रख देते हैं ना. That is not wrong actually.
That's true.
Correct.
I really think Anil Kapoor is a big deal actually. I really think that. I think he's a big deal.
I think so too.
But his daughter and his sons and nephews are horrible.
Yeah, it's
Seriously.
true.
My God. Have you seen that one
Don't
of the...
say horrible. They haven't come to
नहीं,
his stature
वो
at all.
सब एक तरफ हो जाएंगे. ये बंदा अकेला ही एक
हाँ.
तरफ होएगा.
हाँ,
Like in terms of everything, hard work, perseverance, like commitment, dedication towards your, you know, that
Yeah.
art and ऐसे नहीं taken for granted नहीं लेंगे लेता है वो. He really works hard. Like उनके लिए आप हौसला अफजाई करो, appreciate करो, and you know.
या लेकिन आपको
नहीं,
कभी लगा-
हम लोग जो वर्दी है उनके बारे में नहीं बात कर रहे दीपा. आज हम लोग उन लोगों के बारे में बात करें जो हमें लगता है अरे क्या बड़ा चीज है यार, क्या तोप है, मतलब क्या, व्हाट इज अ बिग डील अबाउट दिस, राइट?
क्या शेर
इट
ने
कुड
किया
बी अ
तो क्या big
सॉन्ग,
deal?
इट कुड बी अ लाइक, इट कुड बी अ
हाँ,
मूवी, इट
दो
कुड
तीन
बी अ
दिन खाना नहीं
पर्सन.
खाया, 2-3 हफ्ते खाना नहीं खाया, लॉस्ट वेट, व्हाट्स अ बिग डील?
व्हाट?
तो क्या हुआ? साइज 0 फिगर आ गया तो क्या हुआ?
अरे तुम लोगों ने मेरा
बिकिनी
comment
पहन लिया तो
किया.
कपड़ा
अरे
निकाल दिया तो
somebody
क्या बिग डील?
Oh wow, you gained so much weight.
हाँ, she's like,
ऐसा
nobody
कुछ
says
नहीं
wow,
कहना
you gained so
चाहिए.
much
Come
weight.
on.
Hey, but you can tell that to me if you want because I have.
Yeah, a lot of head weight. Lot of head weight you have, Alto.
No, Faltrani, you
Yes.
know me. I have put on weight, I know it.
No, you
Yes.
haven't. Okay.
Because when you have mass,
Also, actually, पता है, there are people who really struggle to gain weight.
really?
Yeah.
Tell them I have the secret for it.
Yeah.
I have a secret. I can tell them how to
If there was a way to
gain weight.
transfuse fat, oh my goodness.
What is that?
Yeah, donate.
Donate fat.
That would be so awesome, no?
Okay, donate
नहीं,
fat.
अभी
It'd be so
क्या हो
awesome.
गया ना फलसरानी,
हाँ.
all this thanks to today's day and age and all this social media and lot of क्या बोलते हैं, like layers आ गए जिंदगी में आजकल, like you know.
Yeah.
You have like so many filters, so many layers, and you see from so many angles the thing. ऐसे पहले जैसे नहीं था, like सिंपल थी दुनिया भी, सिंपल थी, and like लाइफ भी सिंपल था, like you know. लेकिन आजकल नहीं, like you have so many perspectives and so many opinions and everything. तो कभी कभी ये हो जाता है कहाँ पे क्या सच है, क्या झूठ है, क्या दिखावा है, क्या रियली में जेन्युइनली दिखावा करने लायक है. इट्स लाइक एवरीथिंग इज लाइक मुशी हो गया.
Well, I read a very interesting article today. Wall Street Journal पे. A particular art piece selling for $1.5 billion.
Oh God.
What's the big deal? I don't understand.
Exactly. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
मुझे तो बहुत दुख होता है फालतू पापा, ऐसे देखती हूँ ना कभी कभी.
Yeah, आपको नहीं मिला इसलिए.
इसको अप्रिशिएट करना चाहिए. I mean, no.
Smart, you're
Why
right.
not? Come on.
Ah. So this actually, no, I'll tell you what. This particular art,
laughing for
there's a painter, a Paul Allen's collection, art collection. Okay.
Okay.
It has a set of two things, and the painting. If you look at them, right, they look so. Yeah, I would do better painting, man.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, sorry, yeah. All due respect to MF Hussain, but what's the big deal, dude? Seriously, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
नहीं, आल्तो बाबा, मैंने remember I told some time ago, like we discussed all these, like I used to discuss with one of my cousins all these things. So उसने बोला कि sometimes you don't have to put your name. पता है? सब जगह वो filter से ही आता है आल्तो बाबा. नेम शेक्सपियर ने बोला था कि नाम में क्या रखे, लेकिन नाम में ही सब कुछ है. दैट इज द सैड पार्ट, सैड ट्रूथ.
नाम में सब
today's
कुछ.
world.
अच्छा, तो मेरा नाम आलतू बाबा, तो क्या
yeah,
कुछ
some
नहीं है?
people sell their art anonymously, then you get more footage.
So, matlab,
sometimes-
what's the big deal? You saying name is a big deal, is it? Are you saying name is a big deal? तो दुनिया में रहना है तो नाम कमा बोल रहे हैं आप.
Name has become a big deal. तुम्हारा first
Wow.
name, last name, all
See?
that matters.
Well, actually, you bring a
Apparently,
very good point, because even Viva's call previously talked about all the stars. Their names is what actually attracted her to go watch the movie. Though.
Yeah.
Right. So Deepa ji, so you're right. So you're saying नाम में सब कुछ रखा है.
Yes.
तो दुनिया में नाम कमाओ, पैसा नहीं है.
एक मूवी में वो डायलॉग भी अलग, and even that, you know, exotic names, exotic creatures, exotic everything, your beings.
कौन सा मूवी रे?
I मूवी या सीरियल में कहीं पे मैंने देखा था, like, you know, so you are so then you are not valued. पता नहीं वो टाइम पे are you valued for your name, are you valued for your ethnicity, कुछ भी पता नहीं चलता, or are you genuinely valued for your talent.
But I would like to believe, you know, I'm valued for just my fame.
मुझे लगा you are valued for your height also, Baba.
Hey, that's up to you. I'm famous for my
She
height.
says, what's the big deal about height? Some people just keep talking all the time about their height.
That's what she said.
आज बाबा आज वो ऐसा बोल रहा है ना, कल होने दो फालतूरानी, कल बोलेगा फिर.
क्या?
क्या
बोलूंगा?
क्या बोलेगा?
7 फुट 6 फुट 4 इंच 6 फुट 4 इंच,
अच्छा.
पूरा एरिया, पूरा ब्रह्मांड को पता है इसका हाइट क्या है.
देखो ब्रह्मांड छोड़ो, Deepa knows the exact number, 6 foot 4 inch. How does she know it?
तुमने
Fame.
हमको ही बताया ना इसीलिए.
नहीं, fame.
Fame, it seems, Abba!
Haltuba का fame है तो पता लग गया आपको automatically. So I
love-
agree with what she's saying. Deepa, you're right. I think it's all about दुनिया में है तो नाम कमाओ. बस. पैसा नहीं कमाओ.
रहना है तो नाम कमाओ प्यारे.
या पैसा नहीं. Yes.
हाथ
काम
जोड़
मत
सबको
कमाओ,
सलाम
नाम
करो
कमाओ.
प्यारे.
Exactly फालतू नहीं, ये तो
नहीं
करना
तो
पड़ेगा.
जो दुनिया जीने नहीं देगी,
हाँ.
खाने नहीं देगी, पीने नहीं देगी.
Exactly.
That's right. So
Deepa,
हाँ, yes.
we found out the secret of life today.
yeah, नाम कमाना.
So the big deal is name.
लेकिन ये नेम कहाँ से था? अरिजीत सिंह.
हाँ,
What
हाँ.
was the name? What name? He didn't
What
have
a
any
big
name
deal.
before.
No, name also boring.
Even a movie है, तुम ही हो. What is it?
नहीं वो बोला ना, उसका क्या है फालतूरानी, मेरा ये मानना है,
हाँ,
he was at the right place at the right time.
Aha.
correct.
So sweet of you. So
I
name,
think exactly like Kumar Sanu, right?
right? Exactly.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
probably could also be the fact
Right.
that he gave.
People need change ना.
I don't know if
People
you,
need change.
I don't even know this. The Hema Malini, for her to become famous, do you know what it took?
What?
But
I
she
know,
was
I know.
pretty, Alto Baba, come on. She
No,
was tall,
no,
pretty.
sorry.
No. It was
Do
the
you know
hype.
this is
It
story?
was the hype.
The
Deepa.
hype, and you know who
Height
did the
and
hype?
Pretty.
No.
Come on,
सुनो
she's
यार.
pretty.
अरे she will not
अब
share right
talent
now.
की बात अलग है, Alto
देखो
Baba, मैं
talent नहीं है
बोल रही हूँ.
उसमें. मैं
देखो, talent-
I'm talking minus talent. Do you know what made Hema Malini famous?
You know what was the hype that made her famous? The tag,
Yeah.
Dream Girl.
Yes, and
The
you know,
tag,
and
the PR.
and the PR person who told her, "You take 60, you take 40, I'll take 60," and she signed the deal saying that. Yes, you take 60, I'll take 40.
Because her movie, she came with Sapnon Ke Saudagar, right?
Yeah.
And Sapnon Ka Saudagar, and the movie actually flopped.
Yes.
Even though Hema Malini actually even supposedly did some revealing scenes in that as well. Supposedly.
Yes.
She's wearing just a basket and nothing else
Yeah.
in one scene. So even despite that, and then they went to this manager of hers, this PR person, who said, okay, I will take 60% of the cut and you will keep 40%, but you will become untouchable.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that. And that's what they did, because when Hema Malini originally, if you actually look at Hema Malini, her forehead is very broad.
I don't want to look at her. Sorry.
Yeah, she's very pretty, man. Be quiet. She's got typical Iyengar beauty.
Whatever. I don't
So,
want to.
and it seems at that time the two things he asked her to do was, one was, you know, the fringe cut for her, and the other thing was that she will be called the dream girl, the alluring, the one who is so elusive that will not be is untouchable kind of thing.
Well,
So-
even now, for the matter, all the famous people who we call as famous people right now, They actually have PR firm where they're paying 50% of their profits.
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Of course, all the entourage they have. Why do you think they pay so much?
Why?
Because they have to pay them.
बहुत मैटर करता है
Yeah.
हाउ
Well-
वही आजकल वही हो गया लाइक प्रोडक्ट में कोई दम हो ना हो लेकिन अगर टीम अच्छी है
बस.
like how you market
Exactly. Do you think Alia Bhatt is earning all the money? No. Dana Productions is doing all the productions for her, right? उसका खुद का
Why are you going into
उसका खुद का प्रोडक्शन जल्दी आ गया
be honest.
नहीं उसका हेलो उसका खुद का प्रोडक्शन शादी से पहले हो गया ना टाइम से पहले उसका प्रोडक्शन भी
God.
नहीं मतलब कहने का मतलब है
तेरे को उससे क्या प्रॉब्लम है? What's a big deal? अरे क्या तो क्या बस.
फाइन बट व्हाई छुपाना
अरे हाँ
Why all
अभी
that,
आलिया
oh, we are
आलिया
so
के बारे में हो
holy
गई ना बात
हाँ but anyway poor thing I feel sorry for रणबीर कपूर वो एक जमाने में अच्छा फ्रेंड था मेरा यार रणबीर कपूर
हाँ.
क्या
No, actually, the guy.
he was nice
I
happy
lost all respect for Ranbir Kapoor after I saw Brahmastra. I was like, really, what
हाँ,
an
मैं भी
intelligent.
पहले बहुत रणबीर कपूर बोलती थी
हाँ.
लेकिन slowly he is fading away because of his I have seen some of his interviews like
खड़ूस हो
attitude
गया,
towards you know
Yeah.
that's where he lost my respect.
no I can
No,
imagine when he's
I'm
supposed
also-
to marry yeah
देखो तुम दोनों के बीच में अरे कितने लोगों का ब्रेकअप हुआ है कितने लोगों का ये तो बहुत कॉमन है शोबिज में लाइक यू नो अफेयर्स होते हैं लाइक यू नो like you are doing movie you are spending time together and it's all in all its fairness but you don't put it out in the world and belittle somebody else in the you know that's
Hey, it's
too
not
bad.
not just that. I think right now the reason I lost respect for him as an actor is whatever role he played, right? He would live that role. In this particular movie, I just feel like what it's like he's high on something and he's doing the movie. That he's completely stoned out.
or he's got Vashikaran on it
Yeah, something he just doesn't seem himself. He just seems like क्या कितना बकवास मतलब how can he have acted in this kind of a movie is what
Yes.
I started feeling when I was like
You know, Falsarani, there is a strong belief system
huh.
which is, and I believe to some extent. So, आग जो जलती है, that craving for excellence, right? So it stays in people or in any living being to some extent. जब तुम लोग वो मुकाम पे, I mean, if let's say somebody is longing for something and when they reach that point ना, वो just वो craving चला जाता है.
oh really
So yes, it goes away. The potency of your talent or your whatever that inner fire that you have. It's like how you say, Alta Baba. Remember, we talked about this philosophical session like 2-3 years ago that pain is the key for survival or something like that.
oh yeah
No, he said what did you say?
I said pain is
Mahima ji used to
if
say
we
that.
didn't have pain you wouldn't be alive
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
a sign that
So
you're alive.
ठीक उसी in the same lines जो मेरा ये मानना है like whatever because I didn't see the Brahmastra anyways but based on what you guys said because she did act better in the previous movies लेकिन इसमें even she lost fire उसको मतलब एवे like she's done मतलब वो and even he is acting like that हो गया मेरा I mean I am done अभी मेरी शादी होगी मैं I mean I reached certain ये like that जज्बा नहीं है.
Correct. Because what he felt is
So
he was
people
incomplete.
lose that. People lose that when they
Yeah.
reach the satisfaction of something.
No, not satisfaction.
life.
Probably for him, before marriage he was incomplete. After marriage he's finished.
Hey, hello.
What? Every man says that. All talking about. Yeah. But Deepa, I totally agree with you, Deepa.
I don't know. I just feel he's completely lost. I don't know. There's something wrong there. But either ways, I just wish him the best. I hope he doesn't lose his what do you call
Fire.
Lose the fire. Yeah, exactly. And I hope he comes back because there is a volcano of talent in him and he can
really? Volcano of talent?
He's a very talented
dormant right
actor,
now.
man. He can act
Yes,
really
he has more to give. Definitely, he should.
yeah, and
Because I really loved his acting and his that Jazba in Sanju. He gave all.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
He did a phenomenal job, and I think
Yeah.
he would have been a great fit had he not fought with whatever Anurag Basu. He would have been a perfect fit for Kishore Kumar's biopic, but I unfortunately it'll not be that's not going to happen. So yeah. So anyway, but yeah, that was the big deal about who. I don't know what we started with and where we ended up. We came back to Brahmastra. What the heck?
It was
Seriously?
Deepa, not me, okay?
Then what? We came back there. नहीं क्या हो रहा है कि बिग डील जिनको होना चाहिए वो बिग डील नहीं हो रहा है, जो नहीं है वो बिग डील हो रहे हैं.
Ha, exactly. Exactly.
But, Deepa, I totally agree with you, Deepa.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Deepa, thank you so much. Deepa.
Thank you. Bye.
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 And of course, give us a call. But hey, but guess what? The time is now. We've got to be signing off right now already.
Yeah.
Yay!
Almost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's 7 o'clock हो गया फालतू में.
हाँ ठीक है तो आज हम लोग बात कर रहे थे मंजन कि what's the big deal Wednesdays. Now you might wonder
What's the big deal?
what's the big deal about that? So well, yeah, true. Actually, what's the big deal? The big deal is that we keep it real.
Uh-huh.
How many people actually keep it real?
What, we?
I watched this movie yesterday. It's a really, I mean, you might wonder what's the big deal about
South when you're
rom-coms.
watching movies, huh?
Rom-coms. I watched this really cute rom-com. And you might feel it's too like, what, so cliched. What is it? Ticket to Paradise.
Uh-huh.
Or something like that.
How much is it?
Trip to Paradise or Ticket? I forgot even the name.
Ticket to Paradise.
But
How much
I
is it?
watched it because of George Clooney. And I'll tell you what the big deal is. That guy can act. He can speak with his eyes. He's such a phenomenal actor and he's so charming and he's done
So
such
what's
a
the
good
big deal
job.
about it?
So I'll tell you in that, what did I say?
What's the big deal about it?
There was something I was going to say from that movie.
He went,
I forgot.
Tagga dile, huh? He said
No,
that?
no.
He said, I'm not going to give up.
No. George Clooney and Julia Roberts movie. I'll tell you, there was something I wanted to say about the movie.
So it's not a big deal at all then?
What? It was a big deal.
तो बताओ ना भूल गई तो मतलब how can it be a big deal?
No, I'll tell you, there was a dialogue in the movie that I wanted to share today as to what's the. Oh, yeah. So he says, they ask about, the marriage, right?
Uh-huh.
Why didn't it work out between them?
Uh-huh.
And he says, when they fell in love and they met,
Uh-huh.
it was just so unreal. And everything in life seemed so unreal.
The man's got real.
And then he says, and then when things start to get real,
Uh-huh.
is when things fell apart.
So he's saying love is a lie.
No, that's the way he says. The way he says it. Although they do come back together, but it's not love is a lie, man. It's that when you
Hey, you just now said the
hype,
dialogue.
the hype. Oh, I'm in dreamland. I'm in wonderland. I'm like this. We are going to live happily ever after on that lake, the house by the lake kind of
Yeah,
thing.
my point exactly, yes.
And when that house by the lake burns down, and when things get real, and when he
Oh.
loses money, and they
money.
have a baby,
There you go.
and this reality of life, when things get real,
Ah.
is when you actually get the test of what what substance the person or the character is made of. And I think it's really important to keep things real as much as possible.
So when you're bankrupt is when you find out who's going to be close to you.
What?
Yeah, right? When you don't have the money and the fame, the people around you, the people who actually really matter. They're the big deals.
No, people who keep it real are who matter. It
Okay.
really doesn't matter कि कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं, इतने psycho fans होते हैं, right? They keep anything you say, they will agree with you.
Ah.
In that movie, there's a character like that.
Oh, really?
Anything that you say, that person will agree with her. He'll be like, oh yeah, you're right, you're perfect, you're this, you're that.
Huh.
But those are not things that tell you that they're real.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's something that you want it to be or want to be kind of thing, right? So I think that's one thing that we want to address, and that's the reason we say what's the big deal, because not many people will talk about it. Not many people will say, I know we could earn the ire and the angst of a lot of people purely because we're talking about what's the big deal about very, very beloved movies, actors, singers. But truly, do you really think they're all that?
Yeah, and also the flip side also works to it, right? So definitely, what's the big deal is and something very high. Oh, this is the great movie, blah blah blah. What's the big deal? Oh, there's such a bad thing which happened in my life. So what's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Ranveer Kapoor and Alia Bhatt had a baby out of wedlock. What's the big deal? Who cares?
Yeah, I don't.
They are hiding it. So what's the big deal?
Yeah.
To hide it.
Yeah.
What's the big deal to hide it?
What's the big deal for you to think about it on the first place?
Yes. So exactly. Somebody's married.
What's the big deal?
Big deal.
Yeah.
Somebody's not married. Big deal. What's the big deal?
That's a big deal.
Yeah, what?
The single right now and they're ready to mingle.
No, that was a big deal, right? On your birthday.
That was a big deal on my birthday. Yeah.
So,
people don't know, but they could catch up on Facebook with it. It's actually there for everybody to see and watch and laugh at.
Exactly, Banjan. लेकिन कुछ चीजें ऐसे होते हैं which are really the big deal, and we don't want to lose sight of that, and we want to recognize what is the big deal. But that's a different show altogether. Abhi ke liye, we just decided that we will close out with what's the big deal. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow right here on Radio D Hotties. तब तक के लिए हमें इजाजत दीजिए. Good night.
Shabba khair.
And a प्यार भरा. Mwah.
You are listening to Radio D Hotties, powered by Mahima Creations.
Hi guys, this is Shraddha and you're listening to Radio D Hottie, where the entertainment gets hotter.